The Chiefs have another camp star on the chopping block. Is there a future Hall of Famer bias on their GOAT quarterback? And will the Chiefs continue to be that burden for the Buffalo Bills? All of this next on Gridiron Gambit.
Welcome, Chiefs Kingdom. Thanks for tuning in to this Red Kingdom Media production, bringing you raw, authentic Chiefs coverage. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on your team. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
Let's work. Hey.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Gridiron Gambit. I am one of the co-hosts for the evening tonight, Daily Dale Fowler, along with my partner, Dre, and also Lonnie will be on in a little bit as well, too. But, Dre, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing good, my guy. Can't complain. Ready to talk some football.
I mean, we definitely got a lot to talk about tonight. We definitely got some things to go ahead and discuss and have some fun with as well, too. Let's go ahead and get right into it with the first topic. So, we have chopping block watch. Chiefs cornerback Nazeeh Johnson is on the chopping block this upcoming season. Once a star in training camp is looking to fight for a spot on the 53-man roster. Will Johnson make the 53-man roster this season?
To me, it all depends on how well Noah Williams performs during training camp and the preseason. Last year, even just looking at Nazeeh Johnson's grade on PFF, I know a lot of people don't like, or some people don't like PFF, but from what I've seen, he had a 54, a grade, 166 out of 222 DBs last year. So, and his grades were not bad. His grades were pretty terrible outside of pass rush grade. So, to me, it all just depends on how well Noah Williams does, who I am a big fan of, who's a ball hawking DB that led the nation with 7 interceptions last year. So he goes to get that ball, and he actually hits as well. He does miss tackles, but I think he can a year under Spags. I think he can clean it up, but. To me, Nazeeh Johnson, it just depends on how well Noah Williams plays. But other than that, I don't. If Noah Williams plays pretty well, I think Nazeeh Johnson is probably going to be on a practice squad stash, but it's going to be kind of hard for them to do that just because the fact is that he knows the system really well and he's a veteran. So I don't know. He might still just be a stash on the roster, but. I definitely see Noah Williams taking his spot though at some point.
When because I think that's one position where it has a lot of elements to it because you got guys who, of course, play on the kickoff team and kick return team and everything like that, just special teams in general. So that's where it can get a little tricky. But when you look into it and when you look at it, he has a chance. But then I start saying names. You're saying Noah Williams, and then we also got guys like Joshua Williams, who he will be competing with competing against as well too, because those were the guys who are basically competing for reps last season against each other. You still have a Shamari Connor who was injured last year and was finding his rhythm within his defense as well. And we saw him play more in the nickel and dime packages as well. So this is that's another cornerback where if you say all the names all together, that room gets very crowded. I mean, you still have your guys at safety where we know we had Brian Cook, Jaden Hicks, and then we brought in Mike Edwards as well too. But and Shamari Connor, honestly, he floats within that. Just due to how we set up ourselves on certain schemes, I get it. But a lot of times you do see them in the nickel with dime. So when you say it all out, he is the odd man out just because of what he presented last season to us. It was horrendous. I'm not going to lie. And I don't think it's necessarily all his fault because I don't think he was expecting to just be thrown out there and have all that responsibility placed on him. I know it can sound asinine to say, but if we remember correctly, he is coming off of that ACL injury from that year ago where he was looking like a stud in training camp. But we know that's just training camp. But you know how those days goes as well. It's like, all right, you're gonna get that transfer preseason. We weren't able to see that because he got injured early on in camp. So it was unfortunate we couldn't really get a glimpse of that. But coming back the next year, and then you have Jalen Watson who gets injured early on. Actually, he comes back from an injury, right? He gets his starting spot back. Okay, you're going back into being probably the third or fourth quarterback, so all of that's not placed on you, so you can just play good football, lock up the guy you can, kind of build up your confidence from that, and start earning more reps just based off the play, moving up from the depth chart. When Jalen Watson got injured, all right, it's all on you because we need that next guy to be able to hold their own on their side of the ball. We want to send our nickel or dime guy on a blitz. We it's not saying that we can't get pressure with four, but we want to get after the quarterback and get them riled up very quickly. We want them to make a quicker decision, make them make a mistake that's going to lead to a turnover or lead to, of course, just going down to next down and forcing the punt, right? You start being the guy that we're going to expose. Once we see that all out and is on tape, and there wasn't any great things to see until Jalen Watson got back to where he didn't have that much responsibility. And you were that other guy on that island. You are the odd man out. And but Joshua Williams is a part of that conversation as well too. And I want to say that. What? We'll talk about it later. You get to respond. But he is, because he didn't look great either. We're not going to say that he did, but he's been a part of the roster. I understand he's been a part of the championship teams. And I know we can argue that. He didn't look like great as well either. That's why they're going to be competing in my eyes.
It's gray to green, man.
And I get what you're saying with the stats, but the film don't lie on neither one of these guys. I think either one, Joshua Williams or Nazeeh Johnson. So when it comes to Nazeeh Johnson making the team, I say barring a Noah Williams injury or something happening to this kid to where he doesn't live up to the billing, Joshua Williams probably is not making the team. It's a ton of depth at that cornerback position, being that they added him, Christian Fulton. Then they have guys like Joshua Williams. So they always love competition in the quarterback room. But I don't know Nazeeh Johnson has enough. Like you said, 2 training camps ago, they was talking about him like the second coming of L'Jarius Sneed. We never seen that materialize. Yes, he went down from an ACL injury, but it's like we never seen that person ever come to fruition. He did almost make a couple plays in the AFC Championship. The ball that hit him in the face, hit him in the helmet. Wasn't that one that hit him in the helmet? It's just little stuff. I think with Nazeeh Johnson, it's kind of unfortunate plays. I don't want to talk down on him because he has coming down the stretch. I feel like all of those DBs in that room tend to make plays. Spags get those guys rolling. I don't know what he does if he simplifies things. What it is slows the games down for those guys, and they tend to start making plays in the quarterback room, whether it be blitz and whatever they do best. And I think you made a good point, Dre, saying that his blitz grade, that was the only thing that was really high. Nazeeh Johnson, that was a thing that he was complimented on coming out of college, is blitzing, being able to blitz the passer, being able to play that safety position, kind of play all over. That's what L'Jarius Sneed did when he came to KC, and then they flipped him the corner and had him just kind of playing all over the place. That's why I love the comparison, and I wanted him to make the team. It's a guy that I was rooting for just a year ago, but I just think that room has gotten tremendously loaded, and barring some injury in that room, I just don't think that the talent is just – the cream is going to rise to the top at this point, I think, in that room, just because there's so many talented guys in there, and I think these are the lesser of the talented guys. And Joshua Williams did play his butt off last year. Like I said, also coming down the stretch, but also got exposed early on, and went through some struggles early on in his career as well. So I don't like the chances of Nazeeh Johnson making the team. Let me put it like that.
All in all, I mean, when you look at it, it's just I think it's just tough to see a player, just kind of. I'm not even coming for Nazeeh Johnson. It's just he was the guy they wanted to attack, and it's like at times there's nothing we can do about it. Like honestly, so when you put it out there, it's like I don't know. I'm not really feeling that. However, being on a practice squad doesn't necessarily mean you're not gonna play. We gotta be real with injuries. It happens. We know they're out there, so it's going to be a chance and an opportunity for him to potentially, of course, move up to the 53-man roster in certain games. But I think overall, dictating if everyone's healthy and it plays out how we want it to play out, he's going to be the guy where it's like we have to go ahead and waiver cut you, and then hopefully we can pick you back up on the practice squad. Dre, I know you want to respond.
No, I mean, yeah, it was a reason why he was attacked the way he was in the secondary. I mean, he was one of the worst. He got one of the worst coverage grades as a DB. Like I said, I know a lot of people don't like PFF. Sometimes it can be a bit biased. Sometimes I get it, but his PFF coverage grade was a 51. That's the reason why he was attacked as much as he was in the secondary. But like I said, man, if he does make the team, he make the team. But it's going to be a steep hill to climb, especially if Noah Williams has a hell of a training camp in a preseason. And then on top of that, a strike against Nazeeh Johnson is Noah Williams also is good on special teams as well as a returner and coverage. So I don't know. It's but if I have to pick between Nazeeh Johnson and Joshua Williams, I'm probably gonna pick Joshua Williams. Probably.
And that's why I said you looking at that. I think he kind of using that stat in his favor. What they call that? You kind of. I feel like you kind of trying to paint the narrative on Nazeeh a little bit, like 50%. Let's keep
51,
it G. Let's keep it G here, Dre. They was both ass.
They was.
Come on now. Come on.
They was.
All right. So like we not gonna even do the PFF. They was both F. It don't matter. Compared to who we had out there, it was F. When y'all got out there, I'm sorry. They was attacking everything. I'm sorry. And 22 even got himself a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
He was getting his get back too. He got his picks in there too down the stretch because they was attacking everybody so much. But I'ma just keep it G.
That's why I was saying 22. Definitely, I'm glad that 22 is going back inside.
That's where he's special.
That's where he belongs at.
I feel. And before we move on with the topic, I just want to say this. I'm starting to treat a lot of these positions how we starting to treat the tackle position as well too. Honestly, you need both good, both left and right tackle. So if Trent McDuffie is playing better in the inside, and that's where he does the best, and we've seen that where he succeeded the most at as well too, being a blitzer, being a guy who reads those screens very well, is very well on top of it, getting those tackles for a loss. Put him where he's going to dominate and be at an all-pro level like we seen the year prior where he was first team. And that's where we had the conversation of how much we're paying him. Now, I think he got Pro Bowl this year, right? Because he had the Pro Bowl snub before. I don't know if he got it this year. They might have snubbed it. Yeah, I think he might have got snubbed.
He was definitely snubbed this year again.
He was snubbed this year again. So he's still looking for that. But it's potential of if he comes out again and just, play at a high level like he has done before, just limit those mistakes, limit those deep balls that was thrown on him downfield, he'll be okay. But he's not going to have that if he's going to be in the inside primarily like they want him to, if we're going to have Jalen Watson on the outside and, Christian Fulton or Noah Williams on the outside.
But and I don't want to get off topic. I know we're going to start rambling a little bit, but he's a beast when you move him inside. We've seen what Trent McDuffie do when he gets to that. Like, it gets, like, Spags turn that slot position into a scary position. Like, when you start, like, being able to blitz whenever you want to and kind of, like, just because you start making plays. That's usually where people are trying to put their best wide receivers in the slot. And he turns the game into a nightmare. Kind of like single-handedly take the game over. Kind of like he did. I think Snead also, but he played that same position if I wasn't mistaken, right before McDuffie kind of got it and took it over. And that's when he got the sack on Tom Brady, like flipped him, like he was coming from the spot, like it's different. That's different. So yeah, I like that. It kind of unlocked him.
You don't know if he blitzing or dropping in coverage, boy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
I love it.
Man, it's always a surprise. But yeah, we gotta see what happens. Training camp is definitely on the way. We got the holiday coming up, but it's at the towards the end of the month. It's gonna be a lot of fun. People gonna be out there checking them out, and then we got preseason coming in August. I think last time I seen it was 10 Sundays away from football. So if I'm not mistaken, it's gonna be 9 Sundays coming up. We're getting closer and closer, fellas. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. But before we go ahead and move on to our next topic, please make sure
to like and subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave a like or comment so we can reply and interact with you and make you a part of the show. If you listen to us on Spotify, please rate us 5 stars so we can increase our reach in the playlist. Follow us and all our contributors on all the social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. If you'd like to come on and talk Chiefs, message us so we can potentially set that up. Do you enjoy written content? Subscribe to our Substack. We have both a free and a $5 a month subscription and post on there frequently. And if you have any interest in being a contributor on the writing staff, feel free to reach out and we'll be in touch. It would help support the brand if you would purchase our merch, like the shirt that I'm wearing currently. Set up an order for one of these or 2 or 3, and this will allow us to expand our inventory options. Thanks for being a part of this channel, and if there's any partner that's listening to this interested in sponsoring the show or any other content that we produce, please reach out. Now, back to the show.
Thank you. Make sure to please go ahead and subscribe to our subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on all social media platforms. We definitely appreciate it. We're on the road to 500. Please help us get there. We'll be doing a giveaway once we get to 500 as well too. So please make sure to, of course, check out our channel, watch our videos, share them, like them, share them to your family, friends. That way they can, of course, enjoy the content as well. Now moving
Let's try to
on.
get that 500 by football season.
Yeah, for real. 500. Let's make that go before the first game of the season. Are we playing that first Friday too? Before that Friday, the 5th, I believe. Let's try to get to 500. That's the goal.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our next topic. We got biased or blasphemous. I'm sorry, I don't know why I had a little bomb on that one, but let's get into it. So, Ben Roethlisberger on his podcast mentioned that quarterback Patrick Mahomes will arguably go down as the greatest of all time one day. However, on his podcast, he mentioned he still has Aaron Rodgers above Mahomes. Is this a bias Big Ben has, just due to the fact that playing in that era against him, and they had their battles and like that Super Bowl matchup they had as well too, or is it absolutely asinine to believe that this type of take is coming out of a future Hall of Famer's mouth?
Man, look, it's a lot of these older QBs outside of Tom Brady, they kind of, it's almost like the Caitlin Clark effect. They don't like Caitlin Clark, and a lot of these older QBs have an issue with Pat Mahomes for some reason outside of Tom Brady. The thing is, Aaron Rodgers, he's great for what he was. 4 MVPs, a Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP, etc. 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time passer rating leader, 2-time passer and touchdown leader, etc. But at the same time, man, what Pat Mahomes has done since he's became the starter in Kansas City, he has not been anywhere short of an AFC championship since he's gone up against Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and all these other quarterbacks and stuff like that, man. The best rated defenses in the NFL. And he's not just done it at home. He's done it on the road too in the playoffs. So my thing is, and Pat ain't even 30 yet. He ain't even 30. So that's my thing is like, has he really entered his prime at this point? I don't think he has. But and the thing is and Pat already got 3 rings. How many rings Rodgers got? Right, he got one.
One.
He got one, and he ain't been back. He ain't been back since. He ain't been back since. And that Super Bowl was what? When was that Super Bowl? What, 2010?
2010.
That's the last one I really vividly remember. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, and who they put it? What he beat? Did he beat Ben Roethlisberger too?
Yeah,
in
he
that Super Bowl?
beat.
Yeah. So yeah. But I think a lot of it
We
is just
blew him out at home in the AFC wild card though. Like it's like, bro, you didn't see your team go up and then like it disappeared. But I'm gonna do my take later. I just had to put that out there. It's like that's crazy.
It's just to me, I look at it as recent biasness because I mean Aaron Rodgers is the starting quarterback of his franchise team that he played his entire career for in Pittsburgh. So I mean to me, you hyping Aaron Rodgers up. I mean, they gonna get y'all a championship in Pittsburgh. But to me personally, I think Ben might be tripping a little bit, but give me Pat Mahomes all day long. And that's not even just because I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm just a fan of football in general. I mean, Rodgers, don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers as like the diva and everything like that. And I'm not a fan of that. But as far as talent and skills, yeah, he's one of the coldest quarterbacks ever to get on the football field. I'm not gonna lie to you. From the Hail Mary passes, and all that stuff like that, and the way he plays and the throws and everything like that. Yeah, he's definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play football. But in their prime, give me Pat Mahomes all day long, man. Pat got 3 rings, bro, and Aaron Rodgers got 1. And to me, in my opinion, Pat Mahomes playoff run and the quarterbacks he had to go up against might be better than Rodgers. Let me not stamp that one, but I might have to go back and look and see what the quarterbacks Aaron Rodgers has played in his run. So, but yeah, I don't know. Give me Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, like Drake said, I definitely think it's some recency bias and definitely some a little bit of glazing going on here. He did just sign with your former team. I think he's just trying to hype his boy up. He loved him a little bit, which is cool. Y'all kind of in the same generation. He just kept playing a little bit longer than you. The play style was a little bit different. And I think that he might just it might be a little bit of the Alzheimer's setting in, or a little bit of a couple concussions or something. I don't know. Something is weighing on him a little bit, but he knows Rodgers and Mahomes are just not even in the same conversation, because you said you wonder who he played on his playoff runs. It's the same guys that Mahomes was probably seeing in the Super Bowl, like it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He did get beat by them one year, but the rest of the teams that he was seeing in the Super Bowl, he ended up beating actually later in his career, just these most recent years. Not to say earlier in his career, Rodgers definitely played different teams, but the field was kind of the playing field was kind of level, I think, with Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes, just as far as recent, being that they were playing in the same generation. So I just don't think you can do that. I don't think you can say that Aaron Rodgers is better than him. He hasn't won, like Dre said, more than Mahomes. He's not doing it when it matters most more than Mahomes. He doesn't win when it matters. He wins all through the regular season. He has, I don't know, umpteenth how many MVPs that he has, regular season MVPs. He doesn't throw interceptions in the regular season, which is great, but somehow just can't seem to put it all together in the postseason when it matters most. So I don't know how you even are having a conversation with these two right now. I know this is a conversation that's going to be super hyperbolic really coming in the years coming, but I don't think we can have the conversation with him and even the Big Bens of the world, or like who else has one Super Bowl, even because I guess Elway, did he just pass Elway? No, he passed Troy Aikman. I think he has the same amount as Troy Aikman, 3. So yeah, like I just think we have to start giving Mahomes just a little bit more respect. Like certain guys shouldn't even be mentioned in the same vein as him. And unfortunately, I just feel like Rodgers is one of those guys. He's good. Yeah, you good for everything you did in the regular season. You're gonna be a Hall of Famer. But this guy right here is gonna get probably another statue in Canton or or something else. You gonna get a bust, but he gonna get something else in Canton too, because he was who you were supposed to be. So it's unfortunate. I think it's a little bit of that, but I'm going like Dre said, Mahomes all day long.
We're going with Pat. I don't even know why this is a question. I'm just going to entertain the argument of, I mean, they like to compare each other all the time. They be like, yeah, they're both the same quarterback. But when you look at it and you want to compare, he has 4 regular season MVPs. Pat got 5 total MVPs. He got 2 in the regular season and 3 in Super Bowls. So if we're going to just talk about career in general, buddy, there. Did Aaron Rodgers get MVP in the Super Bowl though? In his Super Bowl?
Yeah, he's MVP.
Yeah. So technically they tied. All right.
It wasn't Clay Matthews.
We have to see. Most likely it was Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Most likely, yeah. So
I'm sorry, A-Rod.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, overall, but when you really break it down, like Patrick Mahomes is going to be a facet to a lot of these stats just due to the fact I know it's a passing league as well too. But he's geared around. He's around a head coach that is offensive minded and he loves to pass the ball as well too. So he's going to be able to pass the rock. Big Ben take, that's some legacy. That's some legacy. Opinion that he has right there. They came in the same era. They competed against one another. You're just gonna have that mutual respect for him because he's still out here trying to ball out. Let me not say balling out. He's trying to ball out at the age of 40, and he's gonna do his farewell tour with your team as well too, and playing with the same coach that you were coached by as well. I think you're going to hype him up. Especially with him becoming a Steeler, you want to get that you're all out of Aaron Rodgers. You don't want him to be here just doing media runs and just having fun and doing whatever. He's going to be a part of an organization where Mike Tomlin doesn't play that. So I think when saying that, I think he is letting people know that I am on board with him being the quarterback for this Pittsburgh Steelers team this upcoming season. Are they Super Bowl bound? No, they're playoff bound automatically because it was playoff bound without him. And honestly, having him in that position, I don't know if he's gonna murder the team, but just giving him that respect. Just do what you have to do. Like Mike Tomlin has had quarterbacks like Mason Rudolph. All right. Please just do your part. Now I know you're shaking your head. I know he wants to do the show. I understand. I'm not trying to just go off name, but I gotta go off name, bro. It's Aaron Rodgers. Like, let's be real. You gotta come in here and do something. I'm not trying to be different. You just gotta do your job. Don't think you are running the show. This is Mike Tomlin's show. He has everything in place for you to be successful. Don't get hurt and get killed out there, bro. Enjoy this last season. Actually make the best of it. Don't have as many turnovers as you did before. Kind of try to revert back to yourself. Let us be able to see you in the please. I want to see you in the AFC Championship game. That's what I would love to see you at. Yeah, I'm going to hype it like that. I would love to see you make it there. We know it might not happen. I'm just saying. We've been waiting for the Pat and Aaron Rodgers showdown.
Look at Dre.
That's the only way we're going to get it. That's the only way.
I just been seeing his expressions the whole time. He like, bro, what are you talking about? You know, they'll start going down the whole.
Listen, man, listen. I like how they hype up Aaron Rodgers and everything like that, man. But Aaron Rodgers has been to 5 NFC Championship games. He's 1-4.
Yeah, horrible. That's good for us. That's what we want.
I went through the quarterbacks that he lost to in the playoffs. He has lost to Carson Palmer, Kurt Warner, Eli Manning, Colin Kaepernick twice, Russell Wilson.
Carson Palmer. when he was
Yeah,
on
he
the
lost to Carson Palmer for Arizona in 2010.
Okay, yeah,
No,
you
not 2010, but
not the year.
2016.
Okay.
2016. He lost to Kurt Warner. He lost to Matt Ryan, and then he lost to Jimmy Garoppolo, and then he lost to Tampa and Tom Brady. So I mean,
he had 2 Hall of Famers on that list that he lost to.
yeah, but 1-5. 1-4 in the NFC
it's
Championship.
horrible. It's horrible. I'm not gonna take anything away from it. I'm not. I'm gonna be real. Like that. No, that's the truth. When you say the record, that's what I want. Please make it if you can, because now we can make that 1-5. Like let's go ahead and do that. We get the matchup we want. We know you're gonna lose in the AFC Championship game. We don't see him in the regular season, y'all. That's why it's like, can you pull off?
I will say they have stacked up their defense, though. I will say that, though.
They got some. Minka Fitzpatrick. I would want to keep Minka Fitzpatrick though.
Yeah.
But I think
I wouldn't want to keep Fitzpatrick.
And they've been talking about corners going to safety when they get later in their career. I think Jalen Ramsey is willing to do that. So I think we might see a little bit of different Jalen Ramsey this year. So that's
and he got a
for sure safety. Why just give that up? Like I would
But I watched because did you remember Jalen? Had you ever seen him in Florida State?
Yeah.
He played safety at Florida State for a little bit.
Yeah.
I know that. I didn't hear that about it. Like, this is a common thing I know that happens as well, too. And I know he didn't play there before, but you had a for sure Pro Bowler, Minka. Jalen is a Pro Bowler cornerback, yeah, for sure. Like, we got it. We know he can play it, but I would like to see them together more so. Like if you were going to do that, I would try to find a way to try to keep him.
Yeah,
it was probably offloading the contract.
Yeah,
we'll TJ Watt, get him some money. Cool, they'd be fine. So they'll figure that out. But
you could
anything else y'all want to add on that?
They got Boo Booer, so that's all I'm gonna say. So you can say that too. We don't know yet. You can say that they got better. You can say that they got trash. We don't know yet.
It all depends. It's how they come out in the season. But if they do what they do in the division, in the games, it looks good on paper. Like if you look at it, you'll be all right. So it'll be okay. But anything y'all want to add on to this before we move on to our last topic?
Take your meds, Big Ben.
Big Ben, definitely take your meds for sure.
All right, now moving on.
You can come on the pod if you want to talk about it.
Yeah,
you can. Let's talk about it if you want. Come on. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our last topic. So we got Buffalo's burden. So the Buffalo Bills will face some nagging issues they dealt with in the last 5 years against the Kansas City Chiefs. How and can the Bills defeat the Chiefs this season when it matters the most?
Man, you guys, look, man, as a Chiefs fan, I hope it don't happen at all. I don't care about them beating us in the regular season. They can beat us in the regular season. It happens every year, man. It's like, they do all the celebrating and everything like that in the regular season, man. When they be dancing on the sideline and be all happy and stuff, man. But that's all good, man. But I don't know. I will say that in a few games we played against them in the playoffs, we've gotten luck has been on our side a few times. So, and I will say that from field goals to missed throws by Josh Allen, like they've been this close to beating us a few times. And I will say that as a Chiefs fan, I don't expect to lose to them every time we play them in the playoffs. I think at some point in time they will get over that hump, but I hope it's not soon though. I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of the Buffalo Bills at all, bro. I'm not a fan of Josh Allen. I'm just not, man. Sympathy kid, man. The sympathy NFL kid, man. I'm just not a fan of it, man. But we already know who I feel like should have won the Super Bowl. Who I feel like should have won the MVP. The MVP should have went to Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, but they didn't want to give it to him. But And then the NFL changed the rules here and there for Josh Allen. It's like the golden. It's like they golden boy. They want to give him that dang on Lombardi, man. And I feel like at some point in time, he was already covering Madden. He already got the 99 overall rating, the MVP, and everything like that. They about to get the new arena. They about to get the new stadium and everything. So it's possible that they might.
Lamar better get it before him.
Lamar
better get it. He better get it before him. He did it before him, bro. He been on top already. Like you said.
If Pat don't get a ring next year or anything like that, I'm cool with Lamar getting a ring. I don't care, but I just can't see. I can't see Joe Burrow. I can't see Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, whatever. I just don't see it. I just don't like it. But I don't know. That's just a Chiefs fan in me. I can't stand neither one of them teams and neither one of them quarterbacks, though. So that's just me. So as far as to answer the question, man, I hope they lose every time, man.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and I'm in the same boat as Dre. I don't know, but I know that the day is eventually probably coming. But we just hoping it's not next January, this January coming up, or the following January after that. We want to keep this going for a minute, but even we got the Patriots. We got the Patriots once, so we will get got. Hopefully, like you said, it continues to be in the regular season. Josh Allen has played tremendous games. Literally stood on his head, did everything, put the team on his back, and still came out on the other side of losses. Makes you actually have a little bit of sympathy for him. Actually, no, I hate the Buffalo Bills and the Bengals too. So I never have sympathy for any of you guys' fan bases. I'm sorry. I want to continue winning. I love winning. I love being on the winning side. It sucks to lose during the regular season because we really don't lose a lot of games, and it feels like the sky is falling every time we lose. Because our fan base, we win so much. Not to gloat or anything, but I'm just saying it. I'm just being honest. I'm really being honest. Like we do feel like
light flex.
But I don't want these guys to be this in the postseason. But like Dre said, he's made all the right plays. He's missed throws by this much. He's like got fumbles that just didn't go his way. Tush calls that just first downs, like the tush push, just not calls that just didn't go your way. Inches. Little things like that just you didn't get, makes you feel like you're almost cursed. So eventually you get over the hump. It's like us versus Tennessee. Remember we played that game and we just like, or it's like versus the Texans, kind of. We just never thought we would see the light of day, and then everything was damn broke eventually, and then water just started coming through. So eventually, I think that they'll get there, but hopefully it's just when Mahomes retires. At the end of his career. So
another 10 years from now.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I love you guys in Buffalo, but just not today, fellas.
Yeah, I don't love y'all at all. I'm gonna be honest, for real. Y'all not gonna win it all. I don't know why they be cool. Yeah, you'll get us one day. No, I'm not feeling it at all. Y'all can win that regular season all you want. Like when it comes to the postseason, y'all just choke when it comes to Kansas City because Mahomes, I'm not gonna lie, he's a different monster. I don't even care. Even that Super Bowl loss, like y'all can say, bro, be looking flustered. Like, bro, just be really chilling. Like, hey, bro, this is just life. Like, I just, it is what it is. Like, I get blow out, and then I come back and just win again. Like, I'm not gonna trip. Like, it's AFC championship or bust for me. So it's like, come beat me, bro. I'm here. Like, I know I'm gonna be here. You need to make it here. You're fighting with Lamar Jackson and company to try to get to me. Like, I'm really final boss. Like, it don't matter. So we're gonna cut this short and just say it right here. Like, nobody worry about the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, don't hop on the sport post. Yeah, we did all this. Doom. Don't be. But the Eagles did this to you. We don't care. Like, we'll take that loss to the chin. It don't matter, offensive line or not. They beat us up. But we're gonna come back, and then this was gonna happen. We're gonna come back. We're gonna go. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna mess around, and go 15-2 again. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. Nobody's gonna be hurt. We're gonna go 15-2. It's gonna be a clean sweep to the playoffs. Dre, you're getting. I'm just going all out now. You're getting your offense back. We're putting up 30 plus a game just because, it's like We got Xavier Worthy. We got Rasheed Rice. We got Hollywood Brown. Y'all don't get injured. We should be fine. I don't care about none of that. We just gonna put it out there. It's gonna be fun. Okay? And it's gonna be a blast. And then everybody gonna be like, oh my God. Yes, the Chiefs is back. Yeah, we are. And just kick down the door again. Like the Patriots did when they had to come back and show them like we still gonna win Super Bowls. So this is gonna be our rival back, like, hey, we're here again. Y'all not beating us. You're gonna come back here. We're gonna have home field advantage. You're gonna be beaten by inches again. You're gonna give it your all, and I'm just gonna rip your heart out. And we're gonna continuously do that because you're cursed. That's it. And I'm gonna keep on placing this hex on y'all. I don't care. Don't care. So, if you want to know who's behind it, it's me. Because I sell my soul during the playoffs. It didn't work this year. It didn't work. I didn't give enough. Didn't give enough money. So
This guy.
like I'm gonna play into the narratives that everybody have all the time. Like I'm gonna always do that. But for real, I'm not. And it's always the same. You gotta show us right at a certain time, and it's been a continuous history. Now I would say they have found us in the regular season, and they circle that game. Every time, every year. They don't circle the one that's guaranteed in January though. All right, circle that one. Like I think you should just come with the same mindset as us and just give everything as you want to. Just go do it in the postseason. Maybe try that this season. Like for real. Because we like you said before, we went there the previous season to Buffalo and beat you. Then went to Baltimore and beat them. And so you had your chance both at our place and then back at yours. And then you came back and lost 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even going to give, no, I don't even know why y'all even just fake. Like, yeah, eventually it's going to. No. It's just sometimes, that thing that it's like they're in hell. They're going to continuously see the same thing in different ways.
We got to get off here.
Just being real.
Look,
that's not gonna demonetize us, bro. We good. Like I'm telling the truth, they're literally living in hell. Like they're gonna. August gonna come preseason, the season. Oh, Chiefs week 10, 11. W, we got it.
Had a little parade and everything they have. Yeah.
AFC Championship. It's gonna be AFC Championship game for like 3 straight years. This is gonna be the hill for 3 straight years. 26, 25.
I mean, they've been through this
30,
before.
30, 29. Just oh my God. 13 seconds with a Xavier Worthy. That's gonna do it. Just do it. No, that's gonna do it for him right there. Like it's gonna be continuous hell. That's it.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be fun. Like for real. And I want them to see this as well too. Like I'm getting tired of other teams jockeying on the other team that beat us and expose us. It's similar to Tampa Bay. And that's what everybody doing for Philly.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we're gonna see Philly in week 4. Keep in mind, Philly didn't lost a lot of players too. They do it, but they process work. I didn't say this before. I didn't give in. Like people be arguing, like, well, we build like, yeah, we do. Like we got our way of winning, but I ain't gonna lie. They buy Super Bowls and it's been working. They sell they soul too. Like that's why it's kind of hard to when you see them, you just gotta hope. You gotta pray a little bit more.
Boss is crazy.
Yeah.
Listen,
that was hard.
The Buffalo Bills should be used to stuff like this, just like playing against, being cursed against teams like it playoff the Buffalo Bills from 90, 91, 92, and 93. They went to 4 straight Super Bowls and they lost all 4 of them. So they should be used to this. So when they play Pat, we already know what happens. But like I said, man, when it comes to the regular season, y'all can beat Kansas City, whether it's in Kansas City or out Buffalo. There in Buffalo. And then y'all have your little parade where y'all got the little, Kermit the Frog hanging with the little curly fro, whatever, hanging from trees or whatever. and y'all going through tables or whatever. But when it comes time for January, y'all got to pay Pat in January, y'all know what happens. It gets tight up there in Buffalo. That's all I got to say. Brisky cold, man. So they get real quiet up there. But
Texas kid comes in and show out. And you know what's funny? They show. I always see that little video that be going out to. They had to like it showed the people in the winter like Michigan, like they shirt off in the cold. Then they had Texas, had the hoodie on. Yeah, that's Pat. You think like yeah they ain't ready, bro? They playing Kansas City, Missouri. We get cold too, bro. Like we had the lowest temperature in the playoff game.
I think people forget that it gets cold in Kansas City, bro. Like I don't know what like
we get all four, like thank God we get all 4 seasons and we don't get that amount of snow, but people be forgetting like, you know, we're not gonna go into science class and stuff like that, but necessarily getting a lot of snow don't mean you're colder. I mean, you know, it just you get a lot of snow. We like I don't know what happens. That's one reason I don't want to come back home. I'm done. I am Southwest all the way. It's gone. Like I can't do it. I get mad. And I was like, bro, y'all dealing with this? I said, I used to be cool. I used to come out of my tank top in the cold. Now it's like, yeah, once you gone for somewhere for a while, it is different. That is different.
Here it gets once you hit winter, bro, it can get scandalous, bro. Especially January, February.
Ice storms, all that.
Yeah.
Just stupid. So that when you play football, you just gotta be able to be used to, you know, playing in all 4 seasons. You know, and I think that's why a lot of people want to keep their stadium. You know, want to keep the stadium the same. I get it though, man. I think I just want it just for more events. But
they saying why they want it.
You know,
they want it because they want to host WrestleManias. They want to host.
Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm sliding to Kansas City for WrestleMania. I'm sliding to Kansas City.
It's understandable, but that's another conversation for another day because I feel strongly about this.
I mean, bro, this is not Municipal Auditorium or whatever where my boy got killed, bro. Like they better have better. They better have. Y'all better be prepared. Kemper. Yeah, that was Kemper. Yeah, y'all better have better. You know. Equipment. We are in a new age.
The Chiefs would have to go build a stadium like that first. So that's like I said, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother because they would have to literally go do that before we even could have that conversation. There's no way that they have in WrestleMania.
To be honest, we got a couple minutes, bro. We got a couple minutes, bro.
I do think they're going to Kansas though, because the reason being is because I know that was a topic that they had on Friday or whatever with Clint them, but I definitely think that with Mark Donovan giving Kansas the opportunity to repackage their deal and everything like that, I do think that he wants them in Kansas.
Either way it goes, they're not leaving the area. That's all that matters. Just don't go to OKC or anything like that, or out of out of the region. Please just stay there where we can have. I'm as saying Missouri. You know we wanted to keep y'all there. Let's get the Royals downtown somewhere away from that. That way y'all can do what y'all want within that area and buy that land, however that goes about that. But I'm ready for WrestleMania up there, bro. I thought about it because WrestleMania in March, April, it'd be sunny and stuff, so the roof would be open. I mean, we don't need a dome necessarily for WrestleMania. We just gotta modernize it. Of course, make it lit, have a big, you make it to where they can have a big stage. You'll be good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't think they're going to Kansas. I don't know if they're going to Kansas or not. Like you said, like Dre said, I think it's a good chance because Donovan what he did. But I feel like how much sentimental value does the Arrowhead Stadium hold to the Hunts? We got to find out. So, because I know that's the president and he asking for an extension. But if I think the owner is gonna get the last say. And if he want to stay in the house that his daddy built, then you understand.
I respect to Lamar Hunt, and I know Clark wants keep what his daddy built, and it's because his dad built it a certain way and everything like that. But at the same time, build your own legacy, my boy. We are grateful for what Lamar has done to Kansas City and to football in general. But at some point in time, you got to get with the times, man. We got to get with the times as far as And you can tell a little bit that he's really following. He's trying to keep everything that his dad did, like as far as like the tradition of like he doesn't really like to change the jerseys. You know, like give it time. You see a lot of teams get new jerseys, colors, and everything like that. It's as I think Clark. He wants to keep it at Arrowhead and everything like that, but at the same time, I mean, you're gonna be spending billions of dollars to remodel it or whatever. I mean, you just might as well just rebuild a new one. Build a new one.
Like invest the money into that. That way you can make it an attraction that you want. And but before we close out, I just add my 2 piece on that. Honestly, that's the truth. Build your own legacy. When you think about it, and not to be harsh, we're moving into an era that I ain't gonna lie, Clark, you get older too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You die, bro. I feel like they gon' do what they want to do. So kind of try to think about what you can do now that they can keep expanding on for years to come, building your own legacy, and don't have someone else do it before you go. Because looking at it, like he was already a little bit older then. I mean, he ain't that old. I think he about like 60, probably close to 70 something now. So but we know how it is. Time be trickling down, and we're not aging him like that as well either. But I would like he's 60 something. Okay, cool. So make your legacy right now. Make it right now. Perfect time with the Super Bowl that y'all have won, the new direction the team has been going in. So that way it's good for years to come. Make it how your dad had it before and add to it. Make your own out of it. If you want little nuances that he have done before that keeps it with and making sure that we can still possess having the loudest stadium in the world, make sure we can do it. We can set a new record or something like that. But make your own. Make your own. Make your own legacy. I like that. And if it happens, we at the end of the day, it's a business as well too. So whatever is the best way to make any more money, but still stay true to what the fans, of course, love about it, how the organization can build success from it. Hey, make it work all over. Anything y'all want to add before we go ahead and close down?
He can do it. I mean, I look at it like he can build it the new one that he builds, he can build it somewhat similar to how his dad built it. But just I don't know, but because there's no bad seat in Arrowhead Stadium right now, currently. Like as it speak, like you can sit wherever in there, except for I don't want to sit up in the nosebleeds or anything like that. But even when you sit in the nosebleed, you still get to see everything though. So it's like
all the action is there.
You got to keep that. You got to keep that. And that was Lamar's idea when it came to building Arrowhead Stadium. He wanted every seat to be a good seat in Arrowhead. So I don't know, but I don't know. It's another topic for a different day. But I want a new stadium, and then when we get a new stadium, I don't need a dang on dome. I don't need a dome, but I get why they want a dome. More money, more revenue.
I was just gonna say the mystique that is Arrowhead. It's like Lombard. It's like the Lambeau Field. It's iconic. So I think we just got to take that into account, being that it is what it is, and it's one of the NFL's almost staples now. I think they got a lot of options to weigh, which is why they're gonna take as long as they can to make a decision, because whatever decision it is going to be drastic and big.
They ain't got that much time, man, because we 2025. That lease is up in 6 years.
Yeah, well, they got a lot of time, but you know how they like to play. They've been playing it back and forth now. You see Missouri just responded to the last. They're going to go back. It's going to be to the shot clock almost at 0. But they tell us what's going to go on.
But, when you look at them videos and, like, before the game starts, people going to their seats, get the hostile stands. I mean, like, it is a certain feel, though. Like, even the preseason games, bro, when I'm looking at it from, like, up here and everything, looking back, I'll be like, I remember that it's the same every year. That preseason feel the same every year. Like, they going to make sure to do the same every year. And that's what I love about it. It's like, something that you used to seeing that all the time, like that's something that's a reminder of whatever wherever you at in the world, and you gone, you see that, that's Arrowhead Stadium, Kansas City, Missouri.
Exactly.
So I get it, but Man, that's all we have for this edition of Great Argument. We definitely thank everyone for, of course, joining us tonight and listen to us kicking it with us for a minute. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Also subscribe to follow us on all our social media platforms at Red Kingdom Media. We definitely appreciate you all, of course, joining in tonight. If you're looking for any gear, make sure to hit us up. We'll get some new merch out to you all. And share this video. Share other previous videos as well too. That way, other Chiefs fans like yourself can go ahead and enjoy our content as well. That's all we have for this edition, fellas. You know how we like to close it out. As always, go Chiefs.
Thanks for checking out this update straight from the heart of Chiefs Kingdom. We appreciate your passion, so please leave a like and follow us wherever you tune in from. See you next tailgate, your trusted source for all things Chiefs, Red Kingdom Media.